All right, so guys, welcome to the Edpuzzle Q&A. All right, so yep, yeah, we had a little technical
Yeah,
difficulties
we're having a
there,
great conversation.
getting going,
Yeah, it was great.
and so we're gonna rewind that and bring it back and flip it and stack it. You know what I mean? So here with Amanda Fielding.
Hello. Willie knew I just needed like a trial run before we jumped in. So
Oh my gosh, they're never going to do this with me ever again. But I promise you, it's good stuff.
thanks
It's
for
good stuff.
sticking with us.
Yes.
7 minutes
Yes,
late
7 minutes
here.
in there. So
We were here talking to each other.
Yes. All right. Goodness gracious. So we're gonna jump in.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into Edpuzzle. Once again, like it is meant to be a video, a place where students can watch video not passively, but also learn from it. And so instead of just consuming that video that's in there, students can watch it. Teachers can add questions to just about any video that's out there, YouTube or video that they make too as well. We're going to dive into a lot of those tips as we get rolling along.
Because we know that technology is a great resource for your classroom, but we also know that sometimes if we just assign a video, kids are like, oh yeah, I watched it.
Yes.
This holds an accountability piece. Just if you're not familiar with Edpuzzle, it gives an accountability piece to make sure that they actually do watch it, and it gives check for understanding along the way.
Yes. All right. All right. So let's jump on in here. So I'm going to bring our slide up here. So here's the first couple things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about student paced and live mode station rotation. So let's jump into student paced real quick. So when we talk about student pace, not pace. I don't know what we're pasting over there. But so student pace. So what does that mean when you're talking about the classroom and using Edpuzzle?
So student pace is whenever you build your classroom and you put your video in, and you give them a window of opportunity to complete it. So you might assign it on a Monday and say you could do it Monday, you could do it Wednesday, you could do it Friday, but it's just due by this date, and they can complete it at any point during that time. So it could be part of a pathway. You could put it in Schoology, like you have your lesson and you've recorded yourself and you put it in there for supplemental, and it's open the entire unit. So that as kids are like, they get home and they've had math first thing in the morning, and now it's 5:30 at night and they're trying to do their homework and they're like, oh, I don't remember. Well, their Edpuzzle could help them remember what you did in class. So
okay, I like that. It sounds like it's more personalized learning too.
Yes.
For those who need that and
Sure.
that extension learning. So I think that once again, we said this earlier, it's not meant to replace the teacher. Not meant to replace instruction from that teacher, but to support and enhance. And to provide. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when it comes to like station rotation, how you can use this too as well. And then the other one was live mode.
Yes.
We actually just talked about that not too long ago.
That's when we realized that we weren't ourselves live. So, so if you have class built, and this is an old class, but if you go in and go into any of the assignments you have for that class, when you click on that, one of the options up here is going to be live mode. And so if you want to do a video live with your entire class all at the same time, you can select that, and it's going to project this while they answer on their device in real time. So if it's something that you have planned for your classroom day, like during the time that they're in your classroom, that's when live mode is a good option.
Pretty cool. I've seen it done in a couple of classes where it helps facilitate discussion.
Yes.
As they're watching the video and as they're learning from a video, it could be maybe you made the video itself, but you're kind of being that facilitator around the classroom while you're up there teaching. So now you have a teacher's assistant in there while you're doing that. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, like you said, the questions pop up on the screen as the questions would normally pop up on students as if they were doing it in self-paced. I think that's pretty neat. And then it saves all that data.
It does.
Too.
And I think this is a good way to model thinking. Some of our students that don't necessarily know how to respond to questions whenever they've been given content, then they've watched this video, a question pops up, they have an opportunity to respond, but if you're doing it live, then you can turn it into a discussion and model how they could have approached that question. So especially because writing is becoming such a big deal on STAR through multiple subjects, or in general, knowing how to respond, the written response to what they've been. So that's a good use for live mode.
I like live mode. That's a pretty cool one. So let's jump back on, what was that last thing? Oh, station rotation. So, stations are pretty big here in Robinson ISD. Okay. So utilizing Edpuzzle in a station. So what would that model type look like when you come
So
to
this, I think it's going to be a little similar to student paced. Your due date would just be different. So it's still assigning it through your classroom, or you can put it on Google Classroom or Schoology, and then let them know this is your station for the day, or one of your stations for the day, and give them the opportunity to complete it in class, but at their own pace. So I'm assuming they don't all, or they get to choose what station they go to, thinking of my own past classroom.
It's okay. We're all educators talking. Yes, definitely give those examples. That's what that's for. That's what it's about. So I like that. Like, trying to think. So you have your teacher station, you have your hands-on manipulatives type station, and you have your Edpuzzle station where your video lesson station going on.
Definitely should, yeah. Or could.
That's pretty cool. So that's any grade level, right?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
And something that's really great about jumping ahead, the originals, y'all, they have content. I know that some people are like, oh, but I'm not math and I'm not reading or social studies or science. Y'all, they even have like test taking strategies that could go in any class. Anyways, it's cool. Great.
That's legit. I can't wait to get to there. I think that's going to be, it's on our roadmap here.
It is. I'm just super excited. I'm trying to jump to the destination.
All right. So let's see here. Our next use case is Edpuzzle Originals.
There we are. There. See, I just segued right into it.
Look at that. So we're talking about TEKS-based videos that Edpuzzle themselves have made. And we're not talking about these janky that you found from Illinois or Minnesota. Nothing wrong with Minnesota teaching. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. But it isn't some guy or woman in the basement just makes it. Like, this is like animation.
Yeah.
It's in there, stuff like that.
And so it's not anybody's like niece that did a summer hobby. Like, they're like really good videos. Really good
professional looking videos. Yeah. So multiple content areas that's in there, built-in questions, and then there's a lot of topic introductions of things. So Maya's going to kind of jump in and tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, so to get there, there's a whole little tab right here that says Edpuzzle Original, and I already clicked on it because that's how I am. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to this page. It gives you all the different topics so as you can see, I mean, like, we've got digital citizenship, financial literacy, holidays and major events, language arts and literacy, and it'll tell you how many, like, there's almost 600 videos for language arts and literacy.
But you mean I don't have to make them?
No,
and they're TEKS. Okay,
yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop
Which,
here.
I know that number sounds impressive, but then look over at math. There's over 1,500 video options for math. So there's a ton in here. I'm going to jump to science because everybody knows that's my favorite. Sorry, math sons, everybody else. But and then it breaks it down even further once you're in there to elementary, high school, and middle school. I'm going to represent the middle school today because, again, those are my peeps. Then it breaks it down. And y'all, if you are a science teacher, you know that Phenomenon is coming to our TEKS next year. It's such a big deal. They have already separated Phenomenon videos. So they aren't only aware of what is currently happening, but they are prepared for the future in science, at least. I guess I can't speak for the other. I'm just saying they are on top of it. So then it gives you a whole list of different options. These science terms, at first I was like, oh, cool, a whole video for vocabulary. That sounds riveting. But I clicked on one, and y'all, it's not just like vocabulary words. It's a full lesson where it talks about what words these would be really great at the introduction of a unit, or for star review, or for a student that is not grasping the concept and needs just a little bit more. And so these little tear up things you see, these represent questions. So not only do they have the video for you, they already have questions embedded. And these videos are all less than everyone I've seen is less than 8 minutes. So we're not talking like a huge chunk of time in your class or a huge chunk of time that they would have to spend at home doing it. We're talking less than 10 minutes to be all TEKS aligned. Seriously, so excited about this opportunity that Edpuzzle has given us. Things that are already created for you, because as teachers, y'all, I can't tell you how many times I watch teachers go fishing for things and spend 45 minutes looking for something, and you don't have to do that. It's all here. It's all here.
But that to me, that anything we can do and help and support teachers when it comes to time, I think this is a pretty huge one right there. I know I saw a couple of financial literacy type things that were in there too as well. And of course, this is Digital Citizenship Week. It's almost over, but that doesn't mean that digital citizenship needs to stop in terms of learning. What are those study habits or study?
Yes.
What was that one that we saw?
So study skills.
Study skills.
And this applies to all, like upper grade levels, lower grade levels, all the things. Note takings, Cornell notes. I know that the high school and middle school are really pushing those in some classes. So that would be a good one as an introductory, because some of those kids, even though they might have seen it in grades before, like that's a great way to introduce it again in your class. Or honestly, even as a parent, like my daughter does Cornell notes for one of her classes, and I'm like, oh, I'm in education, and so I might be watching that video so I can learn about Cornell notes. Then executive functioning skills, that we know that those took a pretty big hit in 2020. So, and just in general, like these are things that I'm working with my own teenage daughter on. So planning, or because some of the guys, I didn't realize, because I am a color coded person. Like I started using like a mom calendar when I was like 10, so I could like divide all my activities. I now know as an adult that's not normal. So I had to deliberately teach my daughters how to plan and how to organize. And so these would be great for all of our kids. Because that isn't inherent in everybody, evidently. And then some studying skills, active studying and flashcards. Active studying, it looks like it's going to be about neuroscience, and that's another one of mine. So go Edpuzzle.
So the why behind studying the intricate parts. So that is awesome, man. I tell you, and you said about those questions. So I can go in as a teacher and edit those questions if I want to.
You sure can.
Take away some, add some. Make them open-ended, all those things.
So once you click on a video, it's going to show you the video events, like the agenda, if you will. And it will tell you exactly where it happens. So there's a multiple choice question at 113. I look at what's true about organization. Oh, I don't like that question. So if I click the edit button up here and then click over to questions, I can now go click that first question and click the pencil again. And now I can edit it.
Wow. That's pretty simple. I even like that little microphone that's right there. So I can leave maybe like a voice thing, or does that, I wonder if that dictates.
So if this probably says the question. I don't know what it does, to be completely honest. But now I can allow audio responses.
So it should
allow. Let's see. I bet I can record myself saying this question for our kids that need text to speech.
Yes. Check it out. Check it out.
Yes. So
once again, if you're blown away, I leave that blown away.
Yep. So you can record yourself for kids that get text to speech.
Wow. Okay. And now we're talking about the what I think somebody else mentioned it earlier too when we were talking about those not read alouds. Oh, but that's why we were talking about student project. Get to that. Students can read aloud the different types of books, but when you're testing and they're oral administration, so you can kind of practice that too in here too as well. So I like that. There we go. We have one here. So Kathy Gibbs, she likes that. She loves that the oral administration or the recording.
Yes.
Recording. Yes. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Man, any more on the what were we doing? Originals? Yeah.
Yes,
there's
originals.
So much on
yes, y'all. Really, we could have done an entire afternoon just on originals.
Oh my gosh.
This is not original specific. It's for any video. If there's 6 questions. If you're like, oh, I only want 5, you can click on any of these questions. This little trash can right here is going to delete it for you.
Boom.
So you can change the questions. You can delete them out. You can add more. There's a lot, and it's great.
Love that.
Love it.
So we didn't really get into the voiceover too. That's the new, and we're going to be covering more of the new stuff right now. We're here, but adding voiceover to your questions or to your videos. So maybe not want a question, but maybe want to maybe harp on a point or give a little or dive a little deeper into what that certain part of that video said. That's a great place to drop a voiceover and then the students can move on. Another part that we love about Edpuzzle, of course, you can't skip.
Yes.
Okay. You can put that on there. Sorry, child. No, you're going to just grab the scrubber and go to the end. That doesn't work here. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go to our next one here. And if you have any questions, remember, leave those suckers in the chat. You'll hear me say that a lot because we really want to. This is like, it's called a Q&A. Okay, that's right. Question answer. All right, so our next one here is student projects. So this is new-ish. Okay, it's been around for just a little bit, but it's kind of not really, it's not a well-known thing. So so let's get into that and kind of show them what that looks like here.
Okay, I'm gonna need some assistance here.
Right, that's what we're here for. Team.
Yeah, I played around with this today.
Whoop, whoop. All right.
And the student side of this, I'm a little fuzzy on because, yeah, okay.
Would you jump in? So when we're wanting to, first of all, why would you want to do a student project? So that's one of our big questions, when it comes to students creating their own videos. What's a benefit of that?
Well, if we're going to speak about the brain, which I love to do, many times we're going to push that responsibility over on students. They're deepening their retention level and their understanding. So everybody knows that if you hear it, it's great. If you do it, it's better. But when you teach it, that's the peak of learning. So, project-based learning and being able to make their own videos and embed their own questions will really give us a sense of how well they've mastered those skills.
Yes. So think about that. So when they're going in here and creating their project, so how this works is if you hit that add content button up there, top right corner there. And so this is where you can have your own content, and then you also have the student projects. So if you click on that, so I can give like the subject that we're working on that I want that project to be. And so students will see this when you assign it to them. So say it is science, because I know you love using science, or some type of cells or
force and motion.
Force and motion, there we go. And the goal of our project, our students, they can either create their own video or they can go to YouTube and find a video and watch it as well. And that's going to be like the goal of the project. And they're going to add questions to talk about and illustrate their knowledge of that questions. They can even add a voiceover to certain parts too. Maybe you're wanting them to create a test for their partner groups or whatever it is they're doing. Students can do that too as part of their presentation instead of just standing up there talking about it. So I like where you see on there where the video source is. It says a find YouTube video, or they can upload their own video as well to be able to do that. And so when you think about it, if they're watching a YouTube video and they have to generate questions from that video, they have to actually watch the entire video and learn from it. So maybe you're even testing the students on a video or something that you need over force and motion. Okay, now I want you to generate questions or even wonderings or things that you may have over that video that we just did or that I just did to help you learn also and present to the class. So that's another way. So student projects. So this gives them the opportunity to make their own Edpuzzle videos.
And y'all, this is super easy to differentiate because you could have your accelerated students making their own video, uploading their own videos. You might have some of your lower or students that need more supports. You might assign them, please choose one of these 5 videos. And then your middle kids, let them choose any, or one or the other. But they would be none the wiser. They don't have to know what everybody's doing and they're just on their own path. Something else is something that I did before at Puzzle is my kids really responded well to, I want you to make a video, or I want you to make it. At that point, it was brochure because we didn't have this way back in the day.
Yeah.
For 3rd grade students, I taught 6th graders. Make this for a 3rd grader. And when they thought, but the very first question was, are they going to watch it? Sure. Or are they going to see it? And I would send my little 3rd grade brochure or 6th grade brochures down to my 3rd grade teacher at my first school. So those 3rd graders could see what our 6th graders were trying to teach them. This would be super great to let some of our older kids say, okay, I want you to make this, but I want you to teach it and give them a purpose for Edpuzzle. So
I like that a lot. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So
All right, look at you. There's some cross-curricular and some scouting type things happening going on. And okay, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So that's student projects. They can go in there, make their very own videos themselves, just like you can right inside Edpuzzle 2 as well. Yeah, all you have to do is assign it, and then you can even watch it and grade it too. Too. All right. So let's go to the student TED Talks. I like that too. That was a pretty awesome little example that they gave earlier too as well. So playlist. So this is new. So most of them, if you're in Edpuzzle, you have to go in, and when you're assigning videos, you have to even find them in a certain order or different things like that, or put them in a certain order for them to be able to assign. With playlist, you can actually take your content that you have, and then now you can arrange it so that way students have to complete this one first, complete this second. I'll give you a classroom example, but for our subs. So there's certain videos they have to watch in Edpuzzle, and they have to watch this one, this third. In order for me before to get them to watch it that way, I had to upload it in that order. That drive me crazy because a new one would come out the next year that, oh, they have to watch this. So the same thing with you. Say maybe you have a class that you've been using the last couple of months or something like that. And then you have to, well, I want to redo that. I have to do this, to literally delete the other ones and then re-upload them in the order that you want them. But now with playlist,
You don't have to do that anymore. So I get to playlist the same way you get student projects. Click on this add content button. Go to create playlist. Then you're going to name it. So I'm going to stick with my force in motion theme here. And then go next. And now you can search in content. Here's a question for you, Willie, that you might not know the answer to, but we'll try. If I know exactly what YouTube video I'm looking for, can I put it in that bar and it goes?
So this is your content right now.
Oh, it's things I've pulled over. Just kidding.
So in the beginning, you have to go first, find those videos you wanted. Like I think one of the things that I did in the past was we're talking about space and specifically planets. So I went into Edpuzzle Originals and found all the different planet videos, Jupiter, Mars, whatever. And then I put those in a playlist. I put them in my content first, and then I added them to the playlist. And so say you YouTube those videos, add them to your content first, and we'll show you a quick way here in a minute to how to get to that. And then you can add it to your playlist. So the only thing you can put in your playlist right now is what you have in your content.
Okay. So I'm just going to click random ones that have nothing to do with force in motion, but that's fine. So let's just click the first 5 here.
She's on a different. She's not on her normal computer too, by the way. So
oh yeah, that's true. Grace. And so something that I would just thought to myself before I realized little numbers popped up, I was like, "Oh, is that 4? Is that 5?" And they give you the numbers. So if you're
how awesome is that?
Numerically challenged like me.
So what if I want educational videos is first instead of lessons?
And select.
No, yeah. Kind of like Instagram.
Yes.
When you're adding photos and videos and stuff in a certain order. So yeah, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. And it will rearrange what you want.
So nope, not a drag and drop option. Okay. Create playlist. Now we've got this all set up, ready for them to play them. You can still edit from within your playlist.
Of that.
So if you're like noticing your kids are missing or you need to check for understanding on something specific and it's not already a question and it's already in playlist, that's okay because you can add. I just want to go back. Press Amanda. There we go. Actually, I'm lost.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So yeah, do the finish or not? Or do organization up there. No, that wasn't it. That pencil. Click on that pencil.
This is edit video.
It's in the title. All right. So finish, and then let's go back to the assign. and this will assign it to your particular class if you wanted to. But to get back home, you can always go back over there and then click on that Edpuzzle. Yeah, I just started that. Click on the Edpuzzle. There we go. So now we're back. And then if you want to do your content, go to My Content over there on the left. And then there's your playlist. So right there. So there's folders, videos, playlists. And I do like here how if you, those little lines there, you can drag them and move them to as well to reorder your playlist. And so basically you assign that entire playlist. And so we're talking about, once again, different types of stations, different types you are flipping or blending your learning in the classroom. This is another great way to do that and have them work through. Maybe it is a pathway. Maybe it is, like I think one of them I saw was not a scavenger hunt, a breakout room they were doing with Edpuzzle, and they had to complete, had to score a certain amount on each one to be able to unlock something else. So there's all kinds of things and ways you can use playlists. And from what I understand, your students can create playlists too as well from the student projects that they make, or you can even create playlists from the student projects that students are making too.
How exciting would that be for your kid to see their own video in a playlist? This is a good way to sort must do and may do videos too throughout your unit. Like if you know that there's a set of videos that you're going to use and you want them to have access to them at the very beginning, then rank them in the order in which they need to see them.
I like that. And one last little trick up our sleeves here on that one. So you can assign, and we'll share this a little bit later, but you can assign or share the playlist or even videos for non-Edpuzzle users. So say you wanted to send that video home to parents, the playlist of things that they're working on or information, you can send that too as well. And so we'll talk about that a little bit later as we finish up here on playlists. But I like playlists. I'm a big playlist fan. So like spiral review, station extensions as well. You want them to keep learning, keep growing from that. It's a great place to do that too as well. All right, so there's built-in video recording and screen recording right inside of Edpuzzle. So you don't have to really go anywhere else to make a video and then edit your video and then add questions to your video. I mean, they put it right in there.
So you're also going to go to add content to this and record video. And y'all, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. This video recorder on this computer that is not mine is down at the bottom. And it highlights my little chubby fingers. So I apologize in advance if that is what it sets to. Oh, well, now it says I need the extension.
Yeah, yes, that's true. I don't think you have that. Once again, not her computer. Let me see if I can pull mine up here real quick. Too funny. But that's what we do. We pivot like crazy, and we did it. Now I have to give permission on mine to do it.
I downloaded it. Now let's see if it'll let me do it.
Perfect.
I just did that. Never mind. Okay, it lets me on my other tab. I bet I have to close that tab out or refresh that tab. Hold on. If I refresh it, is it going to do anything crazy to the stream?
Oh, refresh the tab?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you'll get out. Oh, okay. There you go. So now you come back up.
Okay. And most know this, but when a computer asks you to give access to the camera or microphone, please allow it.
Do not hit black. I know James says it doesn't matter, but no, don't do it. All right.
So it's going to give you the option to, oh, this is still the wrong page. Hold on.
There it is.
Okay, there we go. So it's going to give you the option to record your tab, your desktop, or your camera only. Then it gives you your microphone input and camera input. So microphone, if you are wearing earbuds or have a snow or some kind of outside microphone, this is where you would change for that. So I'm going to start recording my tab. And it's asking me which one to share. Oh, y'all can't see that because I opened a new tab. So yeah, I'm like really great at this. Please don't fire me.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, at least they've used screen recorders before, so you're good. You're good. One of the things that I was thinking about when we were talking about this was, no, teachers use manipulatives a lot.
Yes.
So I know a lot of them have document cameras in their room too as well. So if they want to use the camera, not to show themselves, if they want their document camera attached to a computer to talk about, an overhead shot of whatever math manipulative, science, whatever it is that they're working on, they can do that too. Or maybe you're writing, maybe you're practicing cursive or whatever it is that you're working on, typing. Like this is also a great way to create a video using the Edpuzzle video creator and then add questions to it all in one place. So you have to download, export, import, and add the video and do all that other stuff. So I think that that's a really neat way to use the screen recorder, the video recording feature too as well.
So when I went to Ron Clark last year, something that he did with his math class was he taught the class, and in the class that we observed, there was a very obvious misconception. And so immediately after class left, he pulled up and it was his phone. So he recorded himself. Then he was going to have to go upload the video and submit it to their little thing. But it was like he wanted to address that misconception immediately. So what I like about this, there is no extra. You got the link as soon as you're finished. You don't have to upload it. It's already there.
What?
So that's nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay. Bing. See those things, and they start to hit you inside the head like little rocks and ding. So I like that. So super simple right off the bat. Recording it. So those of you who are here, are there any other ideas or things that you would think to use video recording function right inside Edpuzzle? We'll give you time. We'll give you time. While you're doing that, we'll talk about the delivery stage instructions for there. So if you want to create instructions right for your students for that particular thing they're going to do in that station, you can record it right here at Edpuzzle and add it to your Schoology or Google Classroom right there for students. So you have to keep repeating yourself over and over again.
There's great things that go home too. Like I know our pre-K uses like at-home bags. They send home bags with games and stuff. But sometimes our parents don't always know what we're asking for their child to complete. So this would be easy to give a real quick, here's the rundown of what we need and attach it. So
yeah. All right. Okay, we don't look like we have anybody right now to say that. So that's okay though. So we'll keep going just now here. So teacher assist. So here's something, this is super new. In the world of artificial intelligence, AKA A to the I, okay, this is a pretty big thing that's going around. And Edpuzzle said, we're going to jump in on this too. And we're going to try to make things a little more simpler for teachers as well. So I really think that this could be a pretty big game changer.
For sure. Again, y'all, when I'm with teachers, the thing that I see the most time spent on is generation of ideas or finding activities. And AI is going to help reduce that some because we work really hard. So anything that AI can help us just a little bit with, I would say go for it. So I'm going to click on a video here and I'm going to edit it. Yes, I want to edit. I'm going to go to questions. And
this one's not available.
This one's not available.
So, but that's good though. I'm glad that came up. So some videos are not available to generate questions on there. And I want to say it's the ones that are already have been made like that.
Yes.
With questions on them.
So when I was playing around with this, these two questions are actually AI questions. Because I clicked that the first time I edited this video. And so now it's telling me that I've maxed it out and it doesn't have anything else for me. So let's try a different video. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's go home. Please, computer. There we go. And I'm just going to grab a YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to just, this one looks great. New. And now I'm going to go to edit. Maybe y'all, this mouse is different than mine. Going to go to questions. Notice there are no teardrops at the bottom here, so there are no questions yet. I'm going to go to questions, and now this box is available.
So she didn't know she was going to get tested on different types of equipment.
It's true. It's true.
I throw curveballs like crazy at people. All right, here we go.
So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say, give me all you got. Because remember, if I don't like them, I can just delete them. And it gave me 3. So this is for English learners. So not only does it know the video. It knows what the purpose of the video is, which I think is really impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
What's the yellow vehicle called? Is there a board in your classroom? I like how these last two are yelling at us, though. So if I don't like that, I can go in and change the caps. Now I have the question, but I don't want it to like yell at the kids. And then who are your classmates? Mention some of them. Who is your teacher? So without watching this video, because obviously I've never seen it, I don't know if those are, I would assume that there's a bus at, what time does this come in? At 28 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see, shall we? It doesn't show it, but anyways. So if you want more questions, you can still add more questions. If you don't like these questions, you don't have to use them. You can press discard. So if I don't like that question, I'm going to discard it, and there it's gone. If I want to add another question, click on
music room.
And then you can add a new question. So
I like that. So it, like I said, able to go in there and generate those questions without you having to generate, or that's a pretty powerful tool right there inside of Edpuzzle. I think I did one. It came up with 6 different questions in there for me. It was about cell theory, which I know nothing about, but apparently the AI did. Okay. And it generated several different questions for me. I did all multiple choice on mine, but that still cut time in half. And then all I had to do was go through and watch that. Not watch the video, but read those questions. And then if I wanted to go to that part, watch the video before, and then I had it and I was ready to go. Because sometimes it is hard to think of questions,
right,
you know, like really good questions that will challenge my students. So I like that.
Well, and even if you don't want to use say I don't want this open-ended question to be what is the yellow vehicle called, you could convert this into a multiple choice question. Now you have the question, you could then just add answer choices. So you still didn't have to come up with the question, you just had to generate answer choices.
So click on that open-ended question. Let's see here. Should load here in a second. Which one is it? The first one?
Mm-hmm.
That's multiple choice. So when you clicked on that circle there we go.
Oh, but it's not this open-ended question.
Go to it on the timeline there.
There are a gym, an art room, a music room.
Yeah, I went too far. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There we go.
Right there.
Just had to press cancel.
Okay.
Y'all again. Don't fire me.
So if you click on that picture right there. So one thing that like in here is that it allows audio responses if you want to allow an audio response. And I want to say in there is an auto grader for the open-ended question too as well. I was on it the other day. Now I'm trying to remember where it went. You know how to do that. Yeah, do the save in there. Let's see. Where was that feedback? Let's see. Other question. Click on that little blue plus sign let's just do one of those. No. All right, we'll have to look and see. But there is that AI feature that's in there that will auto grade your open-ended question, and you put in what you think was going to be the closest to it, and then you can decide whether or not you want those responses in there too as well. That might be maybe in the grading function. We'll have to take a look at that and see in the grading section of that.
So something else that I really appreciate about Edpuzzle is that they offer immediate feedback, because we know immediate feedback for kids is really important. And so you can tap in feedback on the multiple choice questions. I'm almost positive. Let's look. They were able to offer feedback for every answer choice. Yes. Yep. So if they answer, obviously this is a pretty like option, like opinionated, not opinionated, but it might be true or not true for different kids. So in this classroom, most classrooms, I guess, have a board. If they select no, then your feedback could be you have a board at the front of the room, or our daily objective is posted on the board, or whatever. Looks like you can even embed a picture to show them. Of course, this is for English learners, but anyways, but that way, and you can still like use this speech to text or text to speech, so that even if they're not reading it or not able to read it, it can be read to them. So I really appreciate the feedback portion.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's see here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Here we go, right there. Oh, the YouTube extension. So I don't know if you have it installed on that one.
I guarantee I don't.
So let's. So there we go. Here I'm gonna navigate to. I'm gonna add myself here to the stage here, and we're going to go to YouTube. You can see my YouTube right there. All right, we'll go YouTube. Let's see what we got there. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. Everybody wants to know about the 2022 F-150. So I'm gonna pause it there. Come on, pause. I don't want to play. Oh, it is not showing. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. Stop presenting. Present. Share my screen real quick. Share. Oh, there it is. It's playing. Woo! That's what I want my truck to sound like. Just like that. Just like that. There we go. It sounds nothing like that though. But you see what's called Edit with Edpuzzle. So if I click on that Edit with Edpuzzle, and you should have that extension. If you don't have it, let us know, or you can actually just go to the web store and go get it. And when I click on that, it's going to bring this video into. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing there, and then I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to do this entire window that way. I don't have to keep doing that. And then I'm going to go to my Edpuzzle. There it is. It just took that video and put it in the Edpuzzle for me.
Now can you get some AI questions?
So now I can go over here to questions. I can generate some AI questions right there for me. Let's see. We're going to do multiple. I like both. Oh, I'm unable to generate questions for this video. You know why? Because I think it's just a truck making noise. So
makes sense.
If you do, if you do have questions or videos that have actual questions or people talking in there for AI to pick up, that's going to help you out a ton right there as well.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
So sometimes teachers run into the problem of finding a YouTube video and they want to post for their kids on Schoology or Google Classroom just for kids to get in there, and it's blocked. If we go through Edpuzzle, is that going to solve our problem?
No, it would not. That would be nice. That'd be nice. So what we ask them to do is to go ahead and email Brian and send him those videos, because normally what happens is the videos are classified as entertainment. So he goes and actually changes that on the channel. So that way they start to show up for the students and for teachers. So that's a great question. That's one of the one kind of, but it's a great way for you to go in there and find out and utilize different types of YouTube videos as well. So I know some teachers do run into that too as well. So, but yes, I mean, like I said, that YouTube extension is pretty awesome. Check it out in there. And miscellaneous stuff that's now inside of Edpuzzle, I'll bring yours back up here. So there's content folders. I don't remember having this when we were doing all that, but if you go to my content there, you can put your stuff in folders now. I mean, that's pretty cool for me. I'm all about, like I said, when it comes to that type of organization, I can add a video to all my space videos to a folder. I can add all of my financial literacy to a folder. I can add all of my digital citizen stuff to a folder. So I like that, because otherwise that my content area gets super flooded and crammed over the years when you're working on things. So there's your science stuff right there.
I noticed that you can also create a playlist from here as well.
Mm.
So if you can go, there's 2 ways. That's how important playlists are. Man, let's make it really easy to get to, because now you have 2 options: the blue button or this create playlist, or this one. So there's really 3. Y'all. I love playlists.
They are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. And then what was the other one there? So LMS integration. So again, this can be done through Edpuzzle. Not Edpuzzle. This can be done through Google Classroom and through Schoology. You can assign it to your thing. So we'll bring that up too. So go one of your content real quick, one of your videos, and hit that assign button. Just click on one of those, and we're gonna hit that assign at the top. And if you see the Schoology class right there, if she wanted to, go ahead and click on that there.
It's grayed out.
Well, so this one you would have to assign Schoology. So if while you were in Schoology, you can assign it through your Schoology class through the LTI. So you don't even have to go into Edpuzzle itself. You stay inside of Schoology. But and if you click on one of those classrooms that you made with, click on actual. Let's see here. There's a video. Where's I had mine up here? Because you don't have videos in this class to assign. I got you. Click on that. Click on the little box, and then all students. It's already there. Hit next at the top, and then there's due date. Do you have anything? Do you have any Google Classrooms
I do not.
in your thing? Okay. All right. So that's why. So I have classrooms that I have in there, so you're able to see just where you saw Schoology at. You're able to see Google Classroom too as well. You can assign it to that Google Classroom straight from Edpuzzle that's in there. So like I said, we really like how they've tried to make it really easy for teachers to utilize the platform in it. And one thing I want you, and then copy and share as a team. So if they create an Edpuzzle, you saw that up there too as well, how you can share. So I go back to that assign to a class top left. There we go. And we can discard that. And so then you can share this with people through you can make it public, or you can share it with other teachers if you assign it that way or things like that. And so just copy the link and just send it to them, and they have the thing. So what it means by preview is once they click on it, they like it, they can hit copy, and then it'll add it to their particular thing. Same way you can add it to your particular my content too as well. I like that about Edpuzzle. So if one person's in charge of making a video for this, another person's in charge of making a video for that, it's right there. You don't have to recreate the reel every single time.
So I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we use Rooms a lot to communicate with parents. If I wanted my parents to know like what Notes was,
okay,
could I share a preview through Rooms?
You could not just a preview, but you could share an assignment. So you go in there, and when you hit that assign, and then say you have you can do like, because you have a class, that one works too as well. And then you can hit next and hit your due date and whatever it is that you want to assign. You don't have to have a due date. You can hit no if you want. It doesn't matter. This is how we do with our subs, and then you hit the assign button. Right there at the top there. So there's that share assignment. And there's that copy link. So you can provide that link directly to students, and they will actually sign them up to Edpuzzle.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they don't have to necessarily be in your class, but it will add them to your class. That's like I said, that's how we do it with our sub. We assign the assignment to them. Or we put that link on our site, and then they click on a link, creates an Edpuzzle account, and they're in your class. And you can view all that. And I know we didn't go through grading today, how Edpuzzle does it, but we'll hit that later next time.
And if you have questions,
yes,
email the curriculum.
Yes, hit us up.
We're here for you.
Hit us up. Here, let me put that up there real quick. There we go. There it is. It's curriculum at robinson.k12.tx.us. Hit us up. Hit us up. So some, like I said, some of our high points, I know it's 5:06, but some of our high points, definitely, I think right off the bat, Edpuzzle Originals.
For sure.
Being able to assign through with the audit, the AI presentation. I thought that was pretty neat right there. What was one another favorite that you are thinking that you really liked and enjoyed?
I mean, I can't think of anything but originals.
But the originals,
Just the amount of time that Edpuzzle is saving. I really like playlists.
playlist is pretty cool.
That's a
I really
awesome
like that
feature.
as well. I like that as well. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for hanging with us this afternoon. And for those watching the replay, like I said, there's lots of good things in here. And thank y'all for watching this all the way through. And if you have any questions, like she said, email curriculum at robinson.k12.tx.us. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next time. I was going to say on another Monday Minute, but it's not the Monday Minute.
No, share with us how you're using it. I would love to
Yes.
hear how you're using Edpuzzle in your class.
Yes. Yes. I like that. Good plug.
Post to Twitter.
Post
that.
Twitter. Shoot, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all once again, and we'll catch y'all next time.
See you later.